So how would you name something like this here? All right, don't get intimidated by this parentheses because you're going to see a lot. So go ahead and just understand that everything inside of this parentheses is multiplied by whatever numbers on the outside of it. Okay, so you're going to have 3 of these ethyl groups that's attached to this carbon, which makes sense because carbon likes to have 4 bonds. So carbon likes to have 4 bonds, right? And it's already bonded to this bromide, so that means it needs 3 more, and you get your 3 here. So the very first thing I would do if I'm naming this compound is to redraw it like this. So where you have 1, 2, 3 of these groups attached to this centralized carbon. Okay, and you have to kind of practice with that to get better at it. It doesn't matter which carbon you start numbering from to get your longest chain. So on these nomenclature problems, find the longest continuous chain. And you can just go from left to right on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now notice if you had to name this backwards, this is still the 3rd carbon. If you name it from the bottom, if you go this way, you start from this way or this way, it's all the same. So it really doesn't matter which, on this particular one, which one that you name first. So just to keep it simpler, we'll go from left to right. So we have 5 carbons. 5 equals pent. There are no double bonds here. There are all single bonds. So this is a pentane. Right? And we do have a bromo group on the 3rd carbon. So we're going to have 3 bromo. Right? So bromine is bromide when it's attached to a compound. When you're naming it, it's bromo. So it goes from literally bromine to bromide to bromo. So you'll probably kind of hear those interchangeably as you go out through your course. And also on this 3rd carbon, we have this group here. Anytime you have 2 carbons, that's an ethyl group. So you have an ethyl, and it's also on the 3rd carbon. So how would you put all this together? Well, anytime you have a halogen, which is what bromine is a halogen, versus an alkyl group, which is what ethyl, a methyl, a pentyl will be, you do it by alphabetizing it. So B comes before E. So you literally take all this, put it together by alphabet. So you go 3 bromo hyphen 3 ethyl and pentane. Right? Pent means 5. Ane means there's all single bonds. Ethyl means there's 2 carbons. 3, you got to locate where it's at. You have this bromide on the 3rd carbon. You got to tell where that's at as well. So this is 3 bromo, 3 ethyl, pentane.